Hello everyone! Today I am here with a tag. So I am waiting for the time to go back to school, which will be in like an hour, so I figured might as well film some more videos while I'm here. So I'm doing 2 tags. I want to try to like not tear my bookshelf apart completely, so we will see. My other one is already covered, so I like to cover them so they don't get dusty while I'm gone. So the first tag that I'm going to do, the book Courtship Tag, which I watched Kate's book dates video of this one, but the original tag was created by Hi I Love Books. So basically this tag goes through the various stages of courtship / dating, and you pick a book for each one, so that's how tags work. So phase 1, Initial Attraction, a book that you bought because of the cover. Be To Be or Not to Be by Ryan North. I literally picked this up because I recognized Noelle Stevenson's drawings on the cover, so that's why I bought this one. Phase 2, First Impressions, a book that you got because of the summary. A book that you got because of the summary, that would be Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. It's about the end of the world, and it just sounds like a funny, like lighthearted end of the world. So yeah, it's just a end of the world story, but it's told in a funny way, and I started to read it, but I was busy, so I didn't. I might take this to school with me, now that I think about it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Anyway, continuing on. Sweet Talk, a book with great writing. For that, I chose The Autobiography of Red by Anne Carson. I read this freshman year, and it was beautiful. It's a retelling of the story of Hercules and Geryon, the red monster, except for it's a love story, and it's very, I don't know if it's like necessarily magical realism, because it's like, it's unclear whether this version of Geryon actually is a red monster, or if that's how he like pictures himself, because like it's told as if he were just like a kid. This book was really good. I tried to get my mom to read it, but I don't think she did. And it's told in like very short, almost poetic lines. I hate that word. Phase 4, First Date, a first book of a series which made you want to pursue the rest of the series. For that one, I don't have a physical copy, but Fire and Flood by, is it a Veronica? I don't know. I'll look it up. Yes, Victoria Scott, that is who it's by. I read the first book and it ended like in the middle of the story basically, so I had to read the second one, and then she didn't write a third book, even though there probably should have been one, and I'm kind of mad, but that's fine. The first book was really good, I thought, or at least good enough for me to like really want to read the second one like right away, so. Phase 5, Late Night Phone Calls, a book that kept you up all night long. For that one, I also do not have a copy of it right now, but that would be One Week in the Library. Here. This one is at school, or in my backpack going to school. But anyway, One Week in the Library. I forget who it's by. I'm terrible, but I will have a picture here and you can check it out. I started it during the readathon, the booktubeathon, after I'd finished another book, and I was like, I just want to read this one now, and I started it late, and I finished it, and again, graphic novel, so not too long, but yeah, I remember I read it in like the middle of the night, and it was very strange because it's an experimental graphic novel. I've talked about it before. It's great. So check it out if you want to know more about experimental graphic novels and fiction as a concept. So, Phase 6, Always on Your Mind, a book you cannot stop thinking about. Carry On by Rambo Rao, my favorite book in the world right now. I read it and then I just think about it, and then I get sad and happy and just all the emotions, and then I want to reread it, and like every time I go to the bookstore I pick it up, and I just pick it up and I read chapter 61, which if you've read it and you're obsessed, you know what that part is, and it's amazing. So yeah, I have 2 copies of this now, and this one's signed by Rambo Rao. It's lovely. She also signed my laptop, so that's fun. Not my laptop, a sticker on my laptop. Anyway, so this one is always on my mind. Always. Phase 6, Getting Physical, a book which you love the way it feels. For that one, I have this copy of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is all 5 of the books, and it is the floppiest paperback I've ever owned. Like, look at that. It just, it opens so nicely, like you don't have to worry about cracking the spine because like the pages just kind of fall out. It's just, it's so fun to hold. It's kind of a pain to read, TBH, but like I just love me some floppy paperbacks, honestly. So that one, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, is by Douglas Adams. If I didn't say that, because I know I didn't. Phase 8, Meeting the Parents, a book that you would recommend to family and friends. For this one, again, don't have a copy with me right now because they're all packed for school because I'm giving it to a friend. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I think that's who it's by. Yes. I made my brother and my dad read this book, and I tried to make my mom read it, but she didn't pick it up in time, so I stole it back. And I'm giving it to people at school to read now too because the movie's coming out, so it's more relevant now than it was. Not sure how I feel about the trailers of the movie. I think that I'm not a huge fan of the trailer, but I think I will see the film and see what I think because I really loved the book. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So, Phase 9, Thinking About the Future, a book or series that you know you will reread many times in the future. It would be The Hunger Games. All my copies are like hard to access right now, so we'll just say that. I read The Hunger Games when I was in middle school, and it was like the book that got me into reading again, unlike a lot of people who say Harry Potter was. I mean, I read that and then I was like, yeah. I mean, I love Harry Potter, don't get me wrong, but like, it didn't make me like want to jump into fantasy right away, so. That was one of the first series that I've reread. And I own the books, well, I own the first 2 in hardcover, and I own the whole series on ebooks, so I have plenty of opportunities to read it again and again and again. Oh, that's it. That's the end. And Phase 10 is to tag people, but we all know I don't do that here. Woo! I tag anyone who might watch this because why not? Thank you for watching. Like this if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Goodbye.